Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon to you while watching this. So we are from Group 5. We'll be presenting our material and discussion about a story from Shirley Jackson that titles Charles. So in this story, I would like to introduce our group member first. So in that the most left in mind is Rizki Hilmawan, and then in the middle there is Arie Juliyan, and then there is myself, Reza Zulkiflih. So before we discuss about this, I would like to tell the orientation a bit. Who will be talking as the first speaker? So Rizki Hilmawan will talk about the plot. And then the second, the Arie will be talk about the characteristic and the settings, and then I will be explain about the rest of which are not being detailed yet. So without further ado, let's start the discussion. Start by Rizki Hilmawan. So the time is yours.
Okay, the beginning of the story, Charles by Shirley Jackson is Laura starts kindergarten and turns rougher and rougher at home. So, Laurie often tells the story of Charles, a very naughty boy in his class who always makes trouble and he is punished by the teacher. And then Laurie's parents become interested and worried about Charles and wonder how Charles' parents are taking care of him. So, Charles sometimes behaves well and becomes a teacher's assistant, but then again becomes naughty and throw tantrums. Next, the name Charles became synonymous with bad manners in Laurie's families. Laurie's moms want to meet Charles' mom at parents' meeting and find out what's wrong with her son. So, Laurie's mother couldn't find Charles' mother at the meeting, and while talking to Laurie's kindergarten teacher, she learns that there was no child named Charles in her class, and that the bad behavior taught by Laurie was actually Laurie's own behavior. Okay, that's the synopsis of this story. So back to Reza.
Okay. Thank you for Rizki Hilmawan for delivering the presentation about the plot. And now we're going to talk about the characteristic and the settings that will be delivered by Arie Juliyan. Arie Juliyan, you have time.
Okay, thank you for friend Reza Zulkiflih. So I want to tell you about the setting in this story and the character of the story. So the story is take place in the kindergarten and at the home of Laurie. And the story is the character Laurie always after come back to his house, he always tell about his classmate named Charles. Laurie described Charles as a mischievous child and always make trouble in class. The story is told from the perspective of Laurie's mother and focus on the Laurie's quest to meet Charles. And the conflict in this story, the conflict is between Charles' bad behavior and Laurie's mom, and the Laurie's mom wanting to meet Charles. The resolution of the story is not given explicitly. However, the story describes Laurie who continues to tell about Charles every day and his bad behavior at school. And in the story, the main character, Laurie and Charles. Laurie is a boy who has just started elementary school and every day comes home with a story about his bad behavior of his classmate. And then Charles, and the story Charles, I think that's all from me. Back to moderator.
Okay, thank you for Arie Juliyan to after delivering the presentation about the characteristic and settings of this story. And now I would like to talk about what happened to Charles and Laurie, especially. So Laurie here have the imaginary friend of Charles, which is in this case is his own behavior. That bad behavior becomes his own friend. So Laurie here have a really bad behavior, like in this case, like crashing the always bothering the classmates, doesn't help the teacher, just punch the teacher and whatsoever. This could lead to the schizophrenia. So schizophrenia is a disease that are in some kids are not really a good thing for the kids. So the parents in this case are a bit of worried because the Laurie have imaginary friends which make him seem crazy, but in reality this is a bit of normal. Sometimes the kids are in this particular age, in the kindergarten to elementary school, they have a bit of changing moods and some a bit of paranoia and hallucination. It's ordinary for the kids to have that specific case because this is normal in our life. Lauren here have a bit of not explicitly called as a schizophrenic, but in the story, Laurie already have the indication first of a behavior change that always being rougher and rougher, and then have imaginary friends, and then have a bad mood every single time, even when talking with the parents and friends. So I guess that's all for today's presentation. Thank you for watching and listening to us. Thank you for the attention. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you don't want to miss the notification, you could ring the bell below the notification. So thank you very much for watching, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.